So I really wanted to make this video on the Ornithopter, and kind of because I notice a lot of people may be struggling with the game. Maybe they just haven't got the feel for it yet. But if you've already acquired an Ornithopter and watching this video, you understand that it is truly game changing. It almost feels as if you're playing a different game. Everything just becomes faster and much easier. And I've noticed a lot of people having a rough time. They're cruising around on their sand bikes and whatnot. Getting from point A to point B can be a little difficult and time consuming. And the way I like to play games is as efficient as possible while still having fun. I want to be able to progress, and I don't want to feel like I'm spending so much time getting from point A to point B. So if you're struggling with Dune right now, I'm going to tell you farming an Ornithopter is not that difficult. You can do it by yourself. If you have a friend or a couple of buddies with you, 3, 4, 5 people, you guys can crank this out in probably easier than I did. I did this about in 2 days, but it could have been done in 1 day if I had just focused on the task at hand, and I did have someone else helping me. So, getting extra components while I got aluminum, this sort of thing, farming water. Water is going to be the biggest thing here for you. Now, I will show you the components required, the amount you're going to need, where to find these places. And with that information, I would definitely use an interactive map. It will help you immensely more than a video. All you need to do is really know the locations. You're going to want to kind of mathematically know how much you're going to need of an item. So then you can, progress quicker. But trust me, when you get the Ornithopter, it makes everything so much easier, and it makes the game more fun. I've noticed a lot of people complaining about the game and stuff like that. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time with it. But the first thing I want to discuss is how I acquired all the aluminum ore, and I found a spot similar to this. Now, this is better than the spot I had. Okay, there is multiple aluminum nodes around this area. So what I did is I climbed all the way up here. I found a way to get up to a location like this, and then I built a small little base in the middle of it, and from there I just farmed it by hand. I made sure to have a cutter ray that could farm aluminum, but if I would do it again, I probably would grind out a buggy with a laser and then assemble it up there and use that to farm the aluminum. Now, what I did in this scenario was I went AFK and waited for it to respawn, and then I would farm it, and then I would transport it when I had enough. But to add to that story, I also made sure my main base was not too far away, which made transportation easy. I am also trooper class, so that made my life a lot easier because right off the bat, I had the skill for Shigawire Claw. So that allowed me with some, I had the Emperor's wings at the time. So that combined with the claw ability, I was able to get on top of mountains, no problem. Uh, so maybe, if you didn't pick that class, maybe, go get the claw done, the Shigawire Claw, so it will help you get up there as well. But like I said, I made sure my main base was close, and it had something like this. There are quite a few areas like this. You can set your main base up here, and farming water is easy peasy. Just hit that optimal dew time and you're good to go. On screen right now, I'm going to show a breakdown of the materials you're going to need for this process. Remember, you are going to need a medium ore refinery in order to craft the aluminum ingot. So you're not going to necessarily rush into an Ornithopter, but if you lay out a plan, it's not that difficult. And if you focus on these things, it's much easier. It's completely your choice whether you want to, build a little base on top of a mountain and farm it out there and then transport it back. You might want to do it by hand. You might want to do it by a buggy. I would probably go with a buggy second time around, spend the extra time just so farming the aluminum ore would just go much quicker. But, at the time, all I did was make sure I had the proper tools and that I could farm it and store it up. And I went AFK and did some other stuff while I waited for it to respawn. And then when I knew I had enough ore, I started transporting it back to base and going from there. I also will provide right here with the locations of things, and this is where the interactive map is going to personally come in hand. Okay, you can literally, if you don't have an area discovered, you can find that area and go to that area, survey it, and whatnot. So use an interactive map with this information, and it will help you a ton. That's pretty much it. Like, there's a lot of little steps in this process, but they're pretty basic. They're not that hard. Just be prepared. Make sure you have a vehicle with you or a respawn point if you're going to more dangerous areas so you don't have to worry about getting all the way back there. Always carry something like that with you. Make sure you're always charged up and repaired on your items and your gear. You don't want anything breaking out there. It can be a pain. These are just little tips and tricks that I learned. But trust me, if you're struggling with this game at all and you just can't kind of find that itch for it, when you get an Ornithopter, if it does not change your opinion on the game, then, well, that's on you. But it really did for me. It made the game more fast-paced and enjoyable. It's just being able to get across the map, not take my entire life worrying about the sandworm and trying to navigate between location to location. It's basically like hopping island to island, and I kind of just wanted to make this video and discuss it and, share my enthusiasm for it because I want people to enjoy the game. I want them to have a fun time. And I feel like this is something that can do that for you. So try it out. It's not that difficult. You literally just need to know where to go. I've provided you with that information. You could go find it if you really wanted to, but just trust me. This is like a PSA. Get yourself an Ornithopter if you don't have one. If you got some buddies, then this will go even faster than by yourself. But you can do it by yourself, and it is really rewarding. But I did have help, and it was still rewarding for us. We ended up providing Ornithopters for our entire group, and it was basically just the two of us farming it. And once you get one, making the jump to the next one, to the next ingot and tier up, it's so easy. It's ridiculous. We're already up to mediums. We could probably jump into the last tier if we wanted to, but before that, we'd like to stock up some resources because I don't like that feeling of not having any resources and just spending them all on one thing, and then it's like, oh, I gotta go farm it. It's nice to have a little bit of a stockpile. But I hope this video helped, and if you were feeling discouraged, maybe this will help motivate you. It'll give you a task to do something, and trust me, when you get that Ornithopter, you're gonna be playing a different game. It does not feel like the same game at all. So give it a try. Let me know your experiences with Dune, thus far. I'm very curious. Are you enjoying it? Because I've been having a lot of fun. There's not a lot of PvP. I've gotten into a little bit recently. I've just been grinding out. I'm over level 100 now. I've been farming a lot, trying to do side, contracts and stuff like that. It's been fun. So share your experiences with me. If you found this video useful, helpful in any kind of way, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next one. And of course, subscribe if you want more content like this.